You're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. In case we haven't met, my name's Rad Burmeister. I'm joined by Richard Lellis. We are two of the owners and founders of Unity Gym and creators of the UMS, the Unified Movement System, where we get you doing more of the things you love without pain by unifying strength, flexibility, and fitness all into a 1 hour workout. Today's show is brought to you by the UMS or the Unity Gym coaching app, where you can get coached by us for less than $2 a day. You get all your programs done, home workouts, gym workouts, follow along routines in an amazing app that tracks all your data and does all this really cool stuff. If you want to grab that, just go over to unitygym.com and get started. And today's show is actually all about a question from one of our members in the UMS Movement Mastermind Facebook group. So that's a group where we just connect with you guys for free. It's anybody can join. And Andrew Zimba has asked a question. So how does one put together a routine based on the UMS? Do you have to go through the app or one of the pay-to-play programs, or is there a starter course that covers the basic lifts, body weight movements, and stretches and mobility? So we're going to answer that question today for you, Andrew. But before we do that, Richie, can you just pull up Melissa McLeod's post, because this is really relevant. Melissa has said here, she did a post saying, "Hi everyone, just sharing where I am at 6 months into the Unity Gym training using the UMS app. I think the biggest gains have been in my pull-ups and chin-ups. When I started, I think I was struggling to do one. I can't really remember, but now I'm up to 5 chin-ups and 3 pull-ups. If you don't know the difference, chin-up is a supinated grip and a pull-up is a pronated grip. But just look at those pull-ups. Going from barely one to being able to do sets of pull-ups like that is something that to be very, very proud of. So well done, Melissa. I just wanted to give you a shout out, and thanks for sharing, because it's really cool. You know, it's really cool to be able to inspire people to take action and get into it. So let's get into Andrew's question. And what I'm going to do, I am going to tell you exactly how you put together a UMS workout. Rich is going to bring up some footage. We're going to show you one of our workouts, and I'm going to explain it all to you so that you can put together your own UMS workout. But before we do that, I am going to have a shameful plug, because I'm going to say this really quickly. What you got to think about is the UMS, the driving force behind it was, how do we put together strength, flexibility, and fitness into one workout that actually delivers results? So a 60-minute workout that is efficient so that people can do it and get it done. And that's one of the big things about the UMS. It's efficiency. It's one of the driving forces behind it, because we've learned, Yanni and I have been coaches for almost 20 years now. And what we've learned is that if you don't provide efficiency in what you do, people don't stick with it long enough to get a great result. Now, that said, you really have to think about, eventually there becomes a point where you have to think, am I being efficient with my time if I'm trying to figure out everything out for myself? And I know for me, that's not efficiency. I pay a coach who's better than me to teach me what I want to learn so that I can then, put it into practice and, put it into the UMS. So just have a think about it. Andrew, I'd ask you, how do you get started? You've asked here is one of the things. Is there a starter course? The UMS app is less than $2 a day. It's $49 every 4 weeks. And we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it for free. So that is the best way to get started. I'm just going to say that now. Go to unitygym.com, click on the link and get started, so that you don't have to think about all this stuff, because everything that I'm about to describe, yes, it's how to construct the UMS workout. But then you've got to know about the order of hierarchy. You've got to understand how to do periodization, which means that you change loading variables every 4 weeks to make sure that you don't plateau. You've got to make sure that you choose the right exercises that are right for your level, so you're not just choosing something that's too hard or too easy for you. So there's a lot of things, and we just remove all that guesswork with the app. That said, there's my shameless plug. I've said it. Now let's talk about how you put together a UMS workout if that's what you want to do on your own. So Richie, if you want to bring up what we were talking about. So Richie's going to bring up this. We actually did a show on this the other day, and we showed the same workout here. We were going to show a lower body strength workout with upper body flexibility, but we didn't download it in time. So here we go. So this is an upper body strength workout with lower body flexibility. So what I'm doing here is the first part of the workout is a 10-minute warm-up, and that starts with cardio. Always do 60 seconds of high intensity cardio to elevate your heart rate, get the blood going to the muscles, and just be prepared for the workout. And then we do, don't just skip through the whole warm-up just yet, Richie. Then after the cardio, we do body part specific mobility work. So you can see here, this is all upper body work. So I'm doing like positioning drills for my wrists, for my elbows, for my shoulders. It's all specific to the upper body. There's no stretching here. This is all activation drills. It's all about activating my central nervous system, telling my body that I'm about to use these muscles for strength work. And let's get ready for that. So that's what's going on here. Then after the 10-minute warm-up, we go into a 30-minute primary workout. And what the primary workout is where we do one push and one pull movement. So it's always opposing movements. So the push for today is a flat barbell bench press. And then the pull is, I'm pretty sure, a bent over row, a barbell bent over row. So they're opposing movements which create structural balance in the shoulder joint. That is very, very important. You always do opposing movements. This is actually phase 5, so we're doing supersets. So if you go back a tiny bit, Richie, you'll see the bent over row. So there's the bent over row. It's a dumbbell bent over row today. Because this is phase 5, Richard's doing supersets here. So don't worry about that. Let's just talk about the basics of the UMS. So that's your what we call the two opposing strength movements. In between those movements, we do lower body flexibility. So in this workout, I can't remember what it is. Richie, can you just skip to the flexibility movements? So there's a dorsiflex Jefferson curl. So that's a little bit more of an advanced Jefferson curl using the dorsiflexion there in the ankles. So that's the first flexibility movement, and then a seated pancake, a loaded pancake. So the idea being here in the primary workout, when we do a 6-minute round, you're doing the two opposing strength movements to give you all the strength movements that you need to do for primary lifts in the upper body, creating structural balance. And then when you're recovering, we're doing active recovery, where we're doing lower body flexibility. So whilst the lower body flexibility is happening, the upper body muscles that we're using for strength development are recovering. And that's one of the key points of the UMS, is that we use active recovery. So right now, Richard's doing real flexibility work, but his upper body, his shoulders, his pecs, his lats, his all the big prime movers in the shoulders, the inner unit, the stabilization muscles, they're all resting right now and recovering so that he can perform maximally for his next set. Okay, so that's really important to understand. So that's the primary workout. And the way we do it, in 30 minutes, we have enough time for a warm-up round. And then we have enough time for, in this case, in the supersets, we do 4 working sets. And that's one working set. There's 8 barbell bench press. And just keep it playing here, Richard. And you'll see after he just finished 8 reps of a barbell bench press. And then he goes straight into a flat dumbbell chest fly. And he does 12 reps. So that's 20 reps on the chest, 4 sets of that. That's 80 reps in total. That's more than enough volume to get real hypertrophy in the chest. And that's what the goal of this program phase is, doing the supersets. So I'm really rushing through this because there's a lot to say. So there's the primary workout. So the 10-minute warm-up, 30 minutes of a primary workout, and then we go into a supplementary circuit. And the goal of the supplementary circuit is, number 1, to add volume to what you've done in the primary workout. So we often do complementary exercises. So if you go to the supplementary circuit, Richie, I think this is bicep curls and tricep extensions in phase 5. Yeah, there you go. So there's a 30-degree prone bicep curl. So we're adding volume to the upper body, but doing some more isolated work here. Okay. And then he does tricep extensions. If you skip forward a tiny little bit, so he's doing a seated French press there. So again, opposing muscle groups in the shoulder, in the elbow joint. So we're getting structural balance in the elbow joint. And then if we skip forward a little bit, there's some core training here. So we have to do core training in our program, of course. So every phase, there's different core training each day of the week. And then we finish off with, I'm pretty sure, an inverted kettlebell press, if I remember correctly. Yep. So this is rotator cuff anti-stabilization work. So this is creating like instability in the shoulder to train the rotator cuff, the inner unit. So the supplementary circuit, what we do is we always have, well, not always, we usually have 4 stations, and it's 40 seconds of work and then 20 seconds of rest. And what that does is 40 seconds of work is enough time to get 8 to 12 reps, whatever it is that we're doing. 20 seconds rest is enough time to change to the next exercise. Because you're doing a circuit of 4 exercises, by the time you get back to the bicep curl again, you've had about 3.5 minutes rest. So it's more than enough recovery to be able to perform optimally. That's why we do a circuit. And that is a 60-minute UMS workout in a nutshell. Boom, mic drop. I know there's a lot to talk about there, and I really rushed through it, but hopefully I gave you the, what you're looking for, the structure there, Andrew, of a UMS workout. Just, watch this again if you need to understand what I've spoken about there. But this is the point. Even if you understand that structure, if you watch this several times, they've got a 10-minute warm-up, got a 30-minute primary workout doing upper body strength training, lower body flexibility, or vice versa, lower body strength training, upper body flexibility, and then a supplementary circuit. That's the answer to your question. That's how you construct a UMS workout. But then you've got to come up with a program split. The program split that we use Monday to Friday, we do upper body strength and lower body flexibility on Monday and Thursday. We call it bent arm strength. Monday and Thursday. And what that does is it gives you 3 days recovery before you're training similar muscle groups again. Monday, we use vertical push-pull, so shoulder press pull-ups. Thursday, we do horizontal push-pull, so bench press, bent over row. Tuesday, we do squats and shoulder flexibility. Friday, we do deadlifts and shoulder flexibility. So there's lower body strength on both those days with a 3-day break. So you've got enough time to recover, which is important. Then on Wednesday, we do either straight arm scapular strength, which is calisthenics movements where the elbows stay locked straight. So things like front levers, planches, L-sits, handstands. And we do that with middle splits. Or the other option is, if people aren't interested in learning calisthenics, we do athletic strength development and middle splits. And athletic strength development is doubling down on glute strength and also adductors, so glutes and adductors. And that's for people that are either more interested in building a booty or more interested in just general athletic performance. So any sport, anything that you do on your feet will benefit from stronger glutes and adductors. And that's what's called a program split, Monday to Friday. And then you've got to do periodization, because if you just do the same thing for more than about 4 to 6 weeks, your body starts to plateau. And it's important to follow periodization, which means that you change variables like exercise selection, time under tension, amount of reps and weight performed, overload techniques. There's several different variables that you change with periodization. And all of that is done with the UMS app. We have all of the phases there for you. Every 4 weeks, there's a new phase. We have home workout versions and gym workout versions. And as much as I know this is a shameful plug, we've worked so hard to create something that really gives you all of this for a very cost-effective price, less than $2 a day. And if you think about, the things that we spend our money on, if this is important enough to you, give it a try. Do it for 30 days. If you really want to know how to construct a UMS workout, if you do the first 30 days and you don't like it and cancel and get your money back, which is what we offer for everybody, no questions asked, that's when you're really going to know how to do a UMS workout. If you don't want to do that, go for it. Construct a way. Try to do your best to create your own program based on what I've told you. Hope that helps everybody. Just answering this question as it came through in the Movement Mastermind group. If anybody has any questions or any more questions, let us know. Put them in the comments. We will help you out. And if you're on YouTube watching this, you can comment for a question, but the best way to get your questions answered is to go over to Facebook, search for UMS Movement Mastermind, join it, and ask your questions there. Thanks, everyone. It's Friday here in Australia. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.